Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Full Metal Jessie and you are watching Full Metal Makeup. Today we are going to be looking at some new palettes. I also want to apologize for my voice. I've been sick. I'm losing my voice because I've just been sick, so just ignore that for now. I bought two palettes from Jolie Cosmetics. The first one is the Cryptic Palette, and then the second one is the Spellbound palette. Today we're going to do an in-depth review and look at the Cryptic Palette, partially because I love this color story. So much. We're gonna hop into this one today, and then I'm gonna do a different video with the Spellbound palette. I'm also gonna be doing a little thing on Question Beauty as well, because I bought one of their palettes. Yo, we got some new stuff coming down the pipeline. Yeah. We're gonna start with the Cryptic palette today. I'm going to insert some swatches here as I talk, but I am obsessed with this color story. It is swampy. It is dark, it is moody, it is a little muddy. I just love the tones of this. They are so up my alley as a alternative girly. And when I looked up Jolie Cosmetics, I didn't realize that they had like started their whole thing surrounding like the UK metal scene and being alternative. So that makes me really, really excited. When worlds collide, the best of both worlds. Guys, I still can't believe that I got copyrighted for singing like 30 seconds of a Zara Larson song. It wasn't 30 seconds. It was like literally like maybe 3 seconds. I learned my lesson. So we're gonna hop into this today. I'm super, super excited to give this a go. It looks like some of these are satins, which is really interesting to me because the last time I saw a satin eyeshadow was in the Tati Beauty palette, which I also have. So I don't know if you can tell, but hers, which is this purple right here, there are little reflex in it. So not a satin, I'm a fucking idiot, a sequins.
I can't believe you figured it out.
A sequins eyeshadow. Everyone's like, yeah, fucking satin. We all know what fucking satins are. That's not a satin. What are you talking about? Anyway, a sequins. I haven't seen that since the Tati Beauty palette, and I'm actually gonna grab that and show you what I mean. And I remember when Tati talked about it, she said that the reason that people like sequins is because it makes them easier to blend.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. Our sequences are way more intense. Do you see the glitters? It's literally a matte shadow with glitter dispersed in there. I'm like really curious why people, what is the point of a satin? You know, I mean, what? Oh my God. What is the point of a sequins? Hold on, let me see. Sequins eyeshadow. Why? Minus AI. If you do that, it doesn't show the AI overview. You don't waste our water. Sequin eyeshadow. I just don't get it. It's fine. Actually, I would be really curious. Jolie Cosmetics, why? We seem like we get along. Why? I'm asking very gently and very nicely and with all peace and love and respect. Why? I'm just really curious. Like, I've never really used sequins eyeshadows, and even for when I used the Tati Beauty palette, I never used those ones. I would literally use every other row. Here's the palette. It's beautiful. I love the art. It's like beveled. There's a lot of love that went into this. Oops, I meant to these little beater webs, and on the back, there's like a little spell on the back. Bones and ivy, frost and flame, speak the words, call the name. Shadows stir, the silence slips. Beauty wakes within the crypt. I'm gonna put a lot of reverb on that. It's gonna sound really cool. Okay, step into the graveyard after dark where the frost creeps across forgotten headstones and ivy weave its way through the cracks of time. The Cryptic Palette holds 28 hauntingly beautiful shades inspired by mossy tombs, spectral light, and midnight shadows. From ghostly mattes and petrified stone greys to decayed greens and shimmering frostbites, every shade tells a story beyond the veil. The veil. I can't read. My mouth also doesn't connect to my brain properly. Whether you're summoning a soft ethereal glow. I've also been watching Luxaria. I don't know if you guys, okay, I'm gonna go on the tangent afterwards. Ethereal glow or conjuring a dramatic smoky spell, Cryptic gives you the power to create looks that are chillingly enchanting. I've been watching a lot of Luxaria. For those of you who don't know who Luxaria is, she is a trans woman in the UK. They used her clips in the America's Next Top Model documentary from Netflix. That's her stuff. I'll insert like a little clip of how she talks. I love it. It like stirs in my brain.
No, I haven't prepped my marketing for this episode. Here we go, girly wigs. Wigs.
It's girly wigs. Just like, anyway, I want to ask for that. The inside is also really stunning. Don't take this off because I always use a different handheld mirror. I always bring a mirror with me whenever I travel and stuff, so I don't need to take this off, and I don't want to, so I don't. But the inside is like, you look hauntingly beautiful, girly wigs. Yes, girls. So anyway, I love this little coffin detail right there, Jolie Beauty. I love the little details inside too. They really take everything into account. I love the font. I don't think it's like that in the Spellbound palette, so I don't think it's like that for every single one. And it's beveled, like it's in there. It's not just like a sticker. I really love how they're like purple. There's like dark purples, there's greens, there's neutrals, there's a little gray. I think my only criticism is it's big. Jolie Beauty does have smaller palettes, but their popular ones are these big ones. And these remind me of Morphe. This in comparison to Morphe. First off, Morphe is 35 colors. So as you can see, it's shorter, but taller. So there's 35 shades. Okay, so they have like a whole extra row in here, so that makes sense. It's like a whole extra. I feel like for me personally, I like a good, give me a good like 12 pan palette. Give me a good like at max 16. So yeah. This is like pretty big for me. I know I always rave about the Ellis Atlantis palette. That also is a very large palette, but I prefer smaller ones.
That's what she said.
Just for storage sake. I don't have a lot of it. I'm in a tiny home. My home is tiny. Let's do some first impression swatches. This is Headstone. This is beautiful. It's like the undertone. Do you see how there's like the base is darker, but it's a gunmetal shimmer. And then this is called Frostbite. There's no base to this. It's just pure glitter. I love that. This is stunning. This would be great if you want to just like add any like extra. This is Spirits and this is Echoes. Look at those. Those are so gorgeous. Unbelievable. One thing I will say is that immediately these two, like this one and this one, feel thick. The thing that's like holding it together, it just feels really thick. And I can tell that these are gonna be the same. Like this one's gonna be really thick, this one's gonna be really thick, and this one's gonna be really thick. It's just like how they're showing up and feeling and how they look in the pan. They remind me of, again, like Morphe formula, like back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember that like some shimmers were just like really thick and kind of felt like Play-Doh. Like it doesn't feel heavy on the lid. If it doesn't feel heavy on the lid, that's all I care about. That Play-Doh formula can really feel thick on your eye holes. Sometimes it doesn't. Like again, the Morphe one, the Jaclyn Hill, does not feel that way. But I tried a Juvia's Place recently that had a similar like texture of shimmers and it felt really thick on the eyelid. Like and it looks thick, like it adds that texture. So long as it doesn't translate that way onto the eye, we're good. It already feels lightweight. When I was putting it on, it glided really nicely, whereas sometimes when you can tell it's gonna look like crepey on the eyes is when you put it on and it feels like you're spreading Play-Doh, whereas this didn't feel like that. You know what I mean? I feel like I went on that tangent and I'm like, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you get it? Maybe, maybe not. God, some guy on live yesterday kept coming back to my live to basically call me a fat bitch and stuff, which is fine. I know that I'm like a plus size, mid-size person. And I know I have a double chin and my face is fairly round. He kept sending like pig emojis. And so I kept pig squealing at him. For those of you who are watching me from a makeup content and you don't know what metal vocals is, this is a pig squeal. And that's me doing the pig squeal. So I just kept doing that at him and I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm a little piggy. Oink, oink. Let's get into doing a look, shall we? I think I want to do 2 different looks on the eyes because I want to try out as many as possible. Let me prime my eyes and I will be right back. Okay, my cat sleeps with me every night. He did this. He literally was on my face and went, and I remember being like, fuck. Like shoved him off me because it hurt so bad. I didn't know it left a mark. Start on this side, and I'm gonna start with this shade. Yeah, I'm gonna dip into Ivy. Amy Winters. And just put this in my crease. Amy Winters. I'm gonna do this on the outer corner, this green. It's called Living Dead. I'm taking this on a Divina brush. This is the Divina 109 brush, and it's just like a rounded, like a round blending brush. I love this transition color. That's like a beautiful like army khaki green.
Your elemental power is green.
What's that?
Green.
I'm gonna take some of that other green, it's called Abyss, and just dot that in the center. What I will say is that these are blending really beautifully and they lay on top of each other like effortlessly. I would hope for $83 Canadian that would be how it would go. Maybe I can do something fun right here. So this is me using that Living Dead color and just adding it to the front bit under my brow bone, but I'm not taking it very far. Literally only taking it here. So it's kind of like a halo eye. I'm not gonna take that anything else other than that, I don't think. Should I add the dark there as well? Maybe just like a little spot of it, a little spot. This is all done with the same brush, by the way. I am a brush recycler. I don't know, I don't feel like I wanna like clean 9 million different brushes, so I just use the same one. And I always try and make it go from like light to dark, obviously, but I don't find that it interferes with my colors too much. That's kind of cute. Oh, I'm glad I did that. Now I'm having fun. Now I'm having fun, she says. I am gonna take that, but I'm gonna take it on a fluffy brush. I'm gonna put it right here. Or right under here, and then I think into the brow bone too. Just for the shine. I'm then gonna take, this is Shivers, which is like, it's not quite crazy. It's just like a regular shimmer. Bring it into where the other one is too, just so that it blends together. Another fluffy brush. I'm gonna take Ghostly, which is just this off bone white, and I'm just gonna go around the edges. You know, blend her out a little bit, give her a little bit of softness. Okay, I like this green shimmer, but I feel like it was too close to this, so now it just feels like I'm gonna add a little bit of Apparition, which is this like gold, and just add that on top. You can't really tell on camera, but it's like gold. It's like yellow gold. Okay, great. Let's do the other eye. So far, these are absolutely incredible, and they all should be for $83. I'm gonna go into Casket into my crease. Maybe this isn't a crease shade, maybe this is a transition shade. This is very light. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. We're gonna take Cemetery, which is this gray, and we're gonna put that in the crease. I'm gonna take the sequins and put this on the outer corner and the inner brow. I'm gonna try and do a similar type of vibe to this, just so that they match, you know? This is also not as pigmented as I expected. This is very sheer, but it is buildable. I just didn't expect it to be this sheer. This is called Flask, this color. And I'm gonna take a little bit of Obelisk. This is like a dark plum. Again, with that same brush. I'm then gonna take Spew It. And then I'm gonna take my finger. I'm gonna go into Morbid. This is probably a bad idea, but that's okay. Oh no, this is lovely. This is beautiful. This is a terrific idea. This is a stunning color. Wow, wow. These shadows are stunning. The mattes are stunning. They're super blendable, they're super creamy, incredibly lightweight. These shimmers, although some of them feel very Play-Doh-y, are actually very lightweight so far from what I've experienced. Let me do my base and then I'll be right back. I forget what I was even saying, my camera died. These are beautiful. From what I have used of them, from what I have experimented with, these are stunning. This is a beautiful, beautiful palette. I think that Jolie Cosmetics, in a place where there are so many different new indie brands coming out, I think this is another one that really takes care of their brand, what they stand for, how they package, what their color stories are, everything down to the minor details of not doing just generic font for the names. This is a very proud, very creative brand, and I've really enjoyed this palette. It's beautiful. The shimmers are stunning. Mattes are super creamy. They're super easy to blend. Again, I really enjoy the packaging. The only thing I don't enjoy is how big their palettes are and how expensive it is. But with the amount of art that goes into this, the amount of production and 28 shadows, like it makes sense why it's $83 Canadian. Oh, sorry, $90. They're $90 Canadian. Great. This is a great palette. I'm really excited to try the Spellbound palette. It's much more of a blue and purple palette, and blues and purples are really hard to formulate. I don't know if that's changed over the years, but I remember back in the day in like 2016 to like 2019, purples and blues were very difficult to make nice. And there were only a few brands that were able to do it. And that's also why a lot of mainstream brands didn't put a lot of like bright colors into their palettes, is because pigments hadn't been like perfected yet, or they were patchy or extremely sheer, or they stained you intensely, which that still does happen. But like, I just remember the electric palette and that pink that they had, and it made me look like I had hives on my eyeballs whenever I took out my makeup. I don't know if that's changed or if like the standards are just overall different, but I will say I'm excited to see what that palette is like as well, because it's beautiful when you look at it. Those are my thoughts. If you want one big palette that just speaks to your swamp witch soul, I would recommend this one. If you are a swamp witch, this is your palette. This is swamp witch material in a color palette. Like, it's beautiful. Check out Jolie Cosmetics. Let me know if there's anything else that you would like to see on my channel. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.